The verdict has finally been decided in the 6-week defamation trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and Johnny Depp came out the winner, although it was not a slam dunk and Amber was still awarded some wins by the jury. Let's break down what the verdict was and what happens now. We'll also be exploring what will happen if Amber Heard cannot pay up. A jury has found both Amber Heard and Johnny Depp liable for defamation in their lawsuits against each other. After hearing hours of witness testimony and evidence photos and videos, the jury found that both of the exes defamed each other. The jury awarded Depp $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages, totaling $15 million that Heard will be forced to pay him for what she wrote in her Washington Post op-ed. However, the $5 million punitive damages will be brought down to $350,000 because punitive damages in the state of Virginia are capped at this amount. The jury also found that Depp's lawyer defamed Amber Heard when he made statements calling her allegations of physical violence a hoax. The jury awarded Heard $2 million in compensatory damages and no money for punitive damages, based on Heard proving that Depp's lawyer defamed her in these statements. However, Depp won more money than Heard because he was able to prove greater damages, and he proved all aspects of defamation, while Heard only proved one of 3 counts. Depp originally sought $50 million in damages and Heard sought $100 million. Heard was in court for the verdict, where she tried not to show any emotion. She looked down the entire time the verdict was being read. Depp was not present in court as he had work commitments in the UK, but he released a statement shortly after the verdict thanking the jury for giving him his life back. His statement said in part, quote, "From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that." Heard also released a statement revealing she is heartbroken over the decision, stating, quote, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the amount of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband." Now that the jury has done their job to bring the verdict, what happens next? A big question on everyone's minds is if Heard will be able to pay the $15 million in damages, or if she will be forced to go bankrupt over this verdict. As of now, Heard's net worth is estimated to be roughly $8 million, and she revealed that she has already spent roughly $6 million on legal fees, meaning she clearly does not have the money needed to pay Johnny Depp. When asked further about what will happen if she cannot pay, a legal expert stated that we are a long way away from money changing hands, and before that happens, it's expected that Amber Heard will file multiple appeals to get the decision tossed out. So even though it seems like the end of this trial, there's still a long way to go before it's truly over. It's expected that Amber will argue against whatever evidence was presented in court, and will also most likely argue that she did not get a fair trial since it was able to be live streamed to the entire world. However, legal experts state that even if Heard decides to appeal this verdict, she will still be forced to post a bond for the full $10.35 million judgment, plus interest as the appeal proceeds. As of now, Heard has 3 options on how to move forward. First is that she will appeal the judgment and try to change the verdict entirely, or she will at least try to pay a lesser amount. But in the meantime, she will have to post a bond for the full $10.35 million in damages, which she might not be able to do. Secondly, if it's determined that she does not have enough money, she still will be forced to pay, and it will be from her future earnings being garnished. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson said, quote, "The question is if she says, 'Look, I don't have it, it's not there, you can look in my bank accounts.' Then we can talk about things like garnishing her wages." Or Heard would be forced to file for bankruptcy. If she does this, it would eliminate the $10 million in compensatory damages, but she'd still be on the hook for the $350,000 in punitive damages. And of course, filing for bankruptcy has other implications that will make it hard for her to get loans in the future, so it's a big decision. And the third and final outcome is that Johnny Depp could decide to waive the monetary penalty. Since we know he has a lot more money than Heard, he might just be satisfied with the verdict enough to not want the money associated with it. Since Depp is in the position of power here, he could waive the money or even negotiate with Heard for her to pay a lower amount. Alrighty guys, so that's all for the video. Let me know your thoughts on this one below. Also, how likely do you think it is that Johnny Depp will drop the monetary penalties? I think very, very unlikely after everything that he put her through, but I mean, I guess it's an option on the table. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and we'll catch you in the next one.